So let's take a look at how things went down. Eli Manning, Ben McAdoo looking to revamp that Giants offense. He is the best wide receiver in football. Calvin Johnson and company kicking off the Jim Caldwell era in style. Matthew Stafford, showing some moves there, buying some time, and then finding Megatron. Fellas wide open.
Yeah, you buy that much time down the field. Calvin Johnson, he's too crafty. He's going to get open.
Baldy, how does the guy get that open?
Well, there was a collision there between Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie and Stevie Brown right there. You'll see it right here. I mean, here it is. I mean, so Calvin Johnson, just a scramble drill. He was going deep, but watch this. Watch this collision right here. Cromartie and Stevie Brown collide, and Calvin Johnson stayed on his path right here. And Matt Stafford, who's got a big arm, his eyes are down the field, he's able to get the ball to him right there.
Yeah, it looked like the Keystone Cops there for a minute. You don't see that very often. All right, here's Stafford again, rolling to his left. Another great catch in the end zone.
Well, right here, Stafford feels Walter Thurman on the blitz right now. He moves out. Now look, he's pointing here to Calvin. Hey, just go to the just go to the Chevy. Just go down the street to the Chevy. I'll get it to you. I don't care where Antrell Roll's going. You adjust to the ball.
And by the way, LeBron liking these plays as well. He was tweeting, my favorite player in the world, Calvin Johnson. So here's Eli, taken down by George Johnson. Not a good start for the Giants.
Yeah, they were able to get consistent pressure on Eli Manning. Coming off the edge, also coming inside. There were leaks all over this Giants offensive line.
Yeah, last season the Lions had the 8th most penalties in the NFL. Jim Caldwell certainly hoping to improve on that. All right, Steve Weatherford punting here, and there's a flag on the play. Take another look at exactly what went down here. Ooh.
That could have been worse.
Yeah, was hurt on the play, but that's one of the 8 penalties in the first half for the Lions.
Yeah, roughing the kicker, so the Giants' drive stays alive. We fast forward to the second quarter. Eli Manning to Jarrell Jernigan. But it's incomplete. There's a flag on the play. Darius Slay called for pass interference here. And that gives the Giants a fresh set of downs. Tom Coughlin looking on, saying, all right, let's make something happen here.
That was the third fade they threw out of 4 plays. You only need one of them to work, Baldy.
Yeah, well, that's about the percentage they usually work, but that at least, as bad as the Giants played in that first half, it was only 14-7.
Well, and that was on 4th down as well. This, an unbelievable interception by DeAndre Levy. You have to look at this again because it's almost too hard to believe when you see it in full speed. You're thinking, there's no way this was a pick.
And he doesn't get mentioned when you talk about some of the more athletic linebackers in the league. He is outstanding in coverage. Now, this is a rare interception.
Well, he had 6 interceptions last year. I'm sure none of them were as tough as this one right here. The concentration to keep that ball off the turf at Ford Field was amazing. He knew it right there. His teammates did as well. And Eli is just looking in disgust because there's a breakdown in where Donnell was supposed to be the tight end.
Yeah, that led to a field goal, so that makes it 17-7. Manning here looking for Victor Cruz, picked off by Glover Quinn.
Yeah, we saw some of the throws he made last year, DJ. He's going to his left right here, and he's just tossing the ball up right now, almost carelessly.
Yeah, it's careless. The interesting thing is we saw Matthew Stafford make that careless throw. When you make a careless throw with arm strength, you tend to get away with it.
Well, one has a stronger arm.
All right, 5 plays later, 3rd and goal from the 5. Stafford can't find anybody open, and look at the wheels on Stafford, cutting on a dime. Lions up 27-7. Well, this offense was just rolling for Detroit.
Well, they have a lot of pieces right now. Golden Tate, I think, has made a big difference. They really needed a true number 2 receiver opposite Calvin. He stepped up tonight.
All right, here in the 4th quarter, Eli Manning and the Giants trying to mount a comeback deep over the middle to Donald for a 16-yard gain. The Giants convert and stay alive on that 3rd and 15 play. 4 plays later, Rashad Jennings takes the handoff. He goes up and over. So it's a 27-14 game at this point. Coughlin said, all right, we're on the comeback trail. We might have a chance here. 3rd and 5 for the Lions. Stafford to Johnson again.
Much Calvin.
Lions just keep on moving. 5 plays later, it's 3rd and 4 from the 14. No Calvin Johnson. Instead, it's the new guy, Golden Tate, for 10 yards and the first down.
And that's the Lions getting 5 guys out in the route and knowing Matthew Stafford can see things quickly and make a decision.
And this is Joique Bell spinning his way into the end zone. The Lions go for 2, and they are successful. That makes it 35-14, and that's how it would stand.
Derek Anderson led them to victory last week down in Tampa Bay. Calvin Johnson had a huge Monday night, 7 catches, $164, 2 scores against the Giants. Here, looking for another touchdown, but what in the world happened?
That's a great play.
Megatron dropping the ball, literally. And they missed the field goal to boot. Nate Freese was 0 for 2 on the day, just 2 for 6 on the season.
He fell on that ball, man. Megatron, he fell on that ball, man. That ball just ripped through.
All right, on to the fourth quarter. Stafford sacked 4 times on this day. 2.5 credited to Mario Addison. Who is that, you say? Greg Hardy's replacement. Lions trying to come back, down just 6. Stafford looking for Johnson. But how about the move by Thomas DeQ? The tip drill, and Melvin White snags it.
That's what happens when you get to the football trying to make a play. Big things happen.
Johnson held to 6 catches for
21
83
times,
yards and out of the end zone.
reasons. And I got to get Calvin to get in at number 88.
Hey, Mike, how about this catch by the rookie, Kelvin Benjamin?
That was funny.
That was a good one.
This is what I told you, man. I love this kid, Calvin Benjamin. I keep saying this. I said he could be the steal of the draft right now. Panthers 2-0, and he's a big reason.
One of his 2 catches on the afternoon. And then Newton to Jason Avant. He finished with 5 grabs for 54
that's
yards.
another one of them guys.
That's another good pickup
That's just
for
like
them right
Steve
there.
Smith. Another one of them guys. One of them tough guys.
Now, remember, Cam had ankle surgery in the offseason, trying to get past Ndamukong Suh, who falls on his legs.
Yeah.
Newton would stay in the game. He threw for 281 on the day. But you know what? The Panthers are like, enough about this. Let's take it out of his hands.
Yeah, Newton saw that kid last week throwing them balls, man. He said, enough of this.
Let's get it to Jonathan Stewart. Panthers are 2-0 for the first time since 2008.
I like that number, Jonathan.
Pair of 1-1 teams meeting in Motown. Matthew Stafford just 1-6 all time against Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers has won 9 of his last 10 starts against the Lions. Pretty good. This was bad. Eddie Lacy off to a terrible start this year, Marshall.
Hey, man, it's too early in the season to have a cough.
Don Carey carries it in for 6, and the Lions up 7-zip. Same score. Aaron Rodgers, never feeling good and comfortable in that pocket all day. Threw for less than 170 yards here on 3rd and 10. Gets sacked, and Stephen Tulloch does it and then celebrates. And what in the world of Bill Grammatica is going on? Injures his knee.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
That's embarrassing.
He was done.
We're praying for you, though, dog. That's embarrassing.
Next Lions drive, Stafford. Looking for Corey Fuller, but it's ha-ha, joke's on you. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix with his first INT.
I love with a ha-ha laughs like that, Clinton Dix.
Yeah, it's going to be high on him in a minute.
Packers forced 3 turnovers on the day. Next Packers drive, Rodgers to Andrew Corliss.
Beautiful grab.
We're tied at 7. Same score later on, Stafford looking for Calvin Johnson. This was a huge play. The good news for Green Bay, Devon House snags it. Now, they said his momentum carried him into the end zone, so it's first down instead of a touchback at like the 6-inch line.
This is wrong.
But the application of the rule is proper. It's just the rule is
what is
crazy.
he supposed to do?
I get you. So Green Bay's got the ball deep in its own territory, and guess what? Lacy can't get out of his own way thanks to DeAndre Levy.
Why would you even hand the ball back there to him?
That's another good question. So just like that, it's 9-7, and Mike McCarthy's probably thinking the same thing you just said, Dion.
Why would we
Well, McCarthy's still a little ticked about the previous call.
It's a bad call.
Next Packers drive, watch what happens. Down 12-7. And Ndamukong Suh gets his first sack in the last 7 games, and then he's so excited he doesn't know what to do, so he helps him up.
Probably got fined.
Yeah, fine for sportsmanlike conduct.
Pulled his arm too hard.
On to the 4th, no Calvin, out with a bad ankle. Clay Matthews out with a bad groin. So his replacement's Mike Neal. And you got to seal the edge against Reggie Bush.
Yes, you do. That's where he's going.
If you don't seal it against no one, must be against him.
He had 99 total yards on the day. So Green Bay trying to come back. 4th and 5, Rodgers looking for Jordy Nelson.
4th and 5.
And Rodgers, I think he had the look he wanted. Look at this. Literally checking out Jordy Nelson saying, yeah, I got you, just not the right throw.
Oh, yeah.
He had him.
So Stafford, the first Detroit quarterback to win consecutive games against Green Bay since Charlie Batch in 1998-99. Jets and Lions, Calvin Johnson missed a few practices this week because of a bum ankle. Had just 2 catches for 12 yards against the Jets.
Jets was happy.
They forgot to account for Jeremy Ross, not to be confused with the comedian Jeffrey Ross, jokes on the Jets secondary, which has been injured all year.
A lot of jokes, man.
Dennis Thurman is hot right now.
Hey, Prime, you got to explain what happened here
He just
with
sitting.
Antonio
He
Allen.
just sitting. He just sitting. He get looking in the backfield. When you look, you took. Remember that, young corners. If you look, you took.
Rex Ryan, your thoughts? Exactly. All right, pick it up. 10-3 Lions right before the half. Matthew Stafford to the number 10 overall pick, Eric Ebron, with his first touchdown.
Well, they got some talent, boys, starting to show up a little
Carolina,
bit.
that kid there, man, he's going to be good.
All eyes and ears, etc., on Geno yet again.
Why are we doing this?
Down 14 in the fourth against the number 1 D coming in. Darius Slay picking it off and returning it 40 yards. And, well, guess who sounded off after that? That would be the fans in the Meadowlands. Why don't we listen to them? That's not very nice.
Don't fall for it, Mike.
And then Smith gets nailed by James Ahedibo, the former Jet, picked up by Darryl Tapp. Ahedibo saying, you know, I love Jersey. I love you guys. Mwah! Mwah!
I know it's different New Yorkers, but they don't do that when Eli throws 5 picks.
Hey, Marshall, Chris Johnson
That's a
have
great
anything left
point there,
or not?
Mike.
Chris Johnson?
Marshall, that's a great point.
Well, nobody say nothing about Chris Johnson. 2 Super Bowl rings.
21 reasons.
First rushing touchdown as a Jet. Gets New York within 7.
Chris Ross,
Next Lions possession, 3rd and 1. Reggie Bush stopped shy.
That ain't right.
Second straight 3 and out for the Motown
The man can
Kiddies.
still play.
So here comes
So
New
can I.
York, 3rd and 2.
You know the lead
Geno
shot.
to Chris Ivory, hands of stone on that one.
Your knee so short to hurt my knee when I look at your knee. Was that on you?
Jets had to punt, and then Matthew Stafford's going to run for the
Speaking
first
like a man
down
with 9 toes.
and run out the clock. They're 3 and 1, sole possession of first. Meantime, the Jets have lost 3 in a row, but as Geno lost his gig.
You know, I'm confident in Geno. If Geno's healthy, then Geno Smith will start.
Have you given any thought to putting Vic in today?
No, not at, you know, I thought that that we were going to get it done with Geno.
The key thing is that they continue to see the improvement in me, and I see it in myself, but I'm not worried about that. The key thing is that we get wins, and today we didn't win. Last week we didn't win, so the improvements that I've made, don't mean much because we didn't win.
Buffalo Bills taking on the Detroit Lions. Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator for the Bills. It's Schwartz' first time playing against his old team since being fired last season. Meanwhile, Kyle Orton, remember, replaced E.J. Manuel as the Bills' starting quarterback. And Orton, well, he had a rough go of it, at least early on. Orton struggled against the Lions' stout defense in the first half. He's sacked there for a loss of 9 yards by Ashley Palmer. Second quarter now, trailing 7-0. Orton's pass intended for Sammy Watkins is then intercepted by Rashean Mathis, and they call that a pick 6. Lions led 14-0. Orton finished the game 30 of 43 for 308 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Calvin Johnson, remember, he came into this game a little banged up. Last week had 2 catches for 12 yards. Here, his lone pass and catch of the game for 7, but as you could see, he got rolled up on by Leotis McKelvin, and he'd leave the game and would not return. Tough news for Calvin Johnson and Detroit Lions fans. All right, let's go back. First quarter now. This is the Lions ball. Stafford found Golden Tate for a 9-yard score, and the Lions led 7-0. That was Tate's very first touchdown as a Lion. Fast forward to the fourth quarter, the Bills trailing 14-6. Orton, oh, hello. A great pitch and catch to Marquise Goodwin for a 42-yard completion. Goodwin's first catch of the season. 2 plays later. How about that? Chris Gregg, the third-string tight end, for a 2-yard touchdown. And guess what? The Bills would also complete the 2-point conversion on a Fred Jackson run. So the game's tied at 14. Next Lions possession. Stafford sacked by Jerry Hughes. And Schwartz fired up in his defense. So next Bills possession. 3rd and 11. Just 1:13 left to go in the game. Orton's pass intended for Fred Jackson, nearly intercepted by Jason Jones. So the Lions with the big stop on 3rd down there. So ensuing Lions possession, just 1 minute and 2 remaining. Stafford finds Golden Tate, and look at Golden Tate put on the afterburners. A 55-yard catch and run. Tate with 134 yards and a touchdown. So 26 seconds remaining. Alex Henry, 50-yard field goal attempt is no good. That may have won it for them, but it was the third missed field goal of the game. The Lions have now missed 8 field goals on the year, the most in the NFL. Ensuing Bills possession, Orton finds Watkins, Sammy Watkins, a pickup of 20 yards. First down, Bills. 2 plays later, from the 40-yard line, 9 seconds to go. Yes, from the 40. That means this is a 58-yard try. Dan Carpenter buries it. Orton fired up. Schwartz fired up as well. Jim Schwartz would end up being carried off of the field by his defensive players, and the Bills win 17-14.
Love this moment in Minnesota. Teddy Bridgewater's mom, Rose Murphy, a breast cancer survivor, greeting fans before the game.
We love you, Mama.
Awesome.
We love you, Mama.
No Calvin Johnson, no Reggie Bush for the Lions. Teddy Bridgewater back after missing the game with a bum ankle, and on Sunday he left with a bruised ego.
Yeah, he got beat down pretty good.
Me too.
With that defense.
8 sacks for the Lions in a game for the first time since '97. They also picked him off 3 times.
Who was I thinking?
Now, you know, the Lions have had all sorts of problems, right? Nate Freese, no. Alex Henry. So it's your turn, Matt Prater, to play Our Kicker Stinks. That's right. Prater.
So how many kickers have they had?
This is their third. From 50, he's no good.
I told you they need to check the holder, because all the kickers can't be that bad.
And so for 52, what do we, wait, what is this? Is that?
Game one?
That's a, what? That's good.
That's good.
Okay, that's good. Detroit was up 10-0 at the half.
Third win for Detroit today.
How about from 44 yards out? I mean, when we're showing the kicker this much, it can't be a good thing.
No, they need to call Morton Anderson. I guarantee he can still get it in there.
1 for 3 on the day. Next, we'll see the next person in line, please. Fourth quarter, do you go for the kick up 10-0? No, not on fourth down. You just keep, it's like backyard ball. No, we're not going to punt or kick.
You know how embarrassing that is, not to go for it on fourth down because you don't trust your kicker.
That was George Wynn picking up the first down, and then Joik Bell. That's it. Now, Joik, however, wins the award for Best Interview of the Year. It is over in Week 6. Okay.
Okay.
Drew Brees had his favorite target back. Jimmy Graham targeted twice, no catches, or as many as that guy on Sunday, Calvin Johnson.
I just want to see after this highlight if somebody does an interview.
Matthew Stafford picked off by Keenan Lewis.
Stafford, come on.
Led to a Saints touchdown. Jim Caldwell, he was supposed to come in and fix Matthew Stafford. Been a little rickety this year.
Stafford and Cutler are the same man.
Third quarter, Drew Brees. This offense hasn't been clicking at all, but Kenny Steele's getting in.
Still showed up. Pride of Costa High.
Yeah. Yep.
Brees did have a 300-yard passing day against the top-ranked defense. So on to the fourth, Lions down 10. Stafford has his team on the move in the red zone, and he leaves a little red-faced, embarrassed because he got picked by Kenny Vaccaro.
Right, see, that tight end should get an assist on that pick.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a good tackle by Stafford.
Hey, but look at how excited Rob Ryan and Wesley McGriff are. Huh?
Yeah. Take a picture of that, though, because you're going to need to bring it back in a minute.
All right, Lions down 13. It's 3rd and 13. Biggest play of the game, I think, because Stafford hits Golden Tate shy of the first down. He gets the mark and then is gone. Golden Tate.
Golden Tate has been golden playing football here since my man Calvin Johnson has been out. Golden Tate 10 for 154 today.
Grown man.
Seattle wants him right now.
All right, so just over 3 minutes to go, 3rd and 9, Breeze.
Okay, that's one picture.
Looking for Marcus Colston, but Glover Quinn steps in front of it and returns it inside the red zone.
He eyed Breeze down the whole time. Breeze stared at the receiver. He just raised his eyes and made a play on the ball.
Normally make those mistakes.
He has
season. He has.
Now 4th and 5, Stafford incomplete to Reggie Bush, but it's Raphael Bush who's wearing Reggie's old number with the Saints. He gets called. Some would call it a Bush League PI call.
Good Bush League. That was good. That was a good call.
But 3 plays later, Stafford. Who's he looking for? Once again, there's no Megatron in the red zone to throw it up to, so how about Corey Fuller?
Oh, look at that right there.
Prime's Corey Fuller.
No, that's not Florida State's Corey Fuller.
MC!
But he showed up like Corey Fuller.
His first career touchdown, dot in the eye, and Rob Ryan, great.
Fam, you, baby. Love you, MC.
Went up to get that ball.
The Lions take the 1-point lead. Last chance for Breezy, 4th and 3, looking for Robert Meacham, but Darius Slay's there, no call.
Slay's been balling, man. That's the way to come back and make a play.
And how about that Lions defense doing enough to get it done and improving to 5-2?
In the draft, single-handedly
like that.
wins the game. Meanwhile, across the pond, the second game of the year in London, the Lions and the Falcons. Look at all those guys not in the game. Best wide receiver, best running back, 3 tight ends not playing for the Lions. Matt Ryan on the play action here to wide open Bear Pasco for the touchdown.
Man, they came out now. They came out moving that ball up and down the field. Did Atlanta, man. They looked good that first half.
Yeah, they were up 14-0, up 21-3 at this point. Matthew Stafford steps up in the pocket. Does he have a rifle or what?
Yes, and on the other end, there's that target. I mean, this guy here has been wide open as an area code. I don't know what's his area code, but everything in it, he's catching it, making plays. Golden Tate has been golden.
Meanwhile,
you cannot throw the ball back across your body.
Man-child, 1-1, number 11. Wait, man-child, you know how, I should have just said 5-0. That's when the brothers really run.
Ryan picked off by Cassius Vaughn. That led to a Matt Prater field goal. Lions down 21-13 at this point. Moving on to the fourth quarter. Stafford fakes the end around to Golden Tate, finds Theo Riddick for the touchdown, and the Lions down 21-19 after the failed 2-point conversion.
Look at that, man. Golden Tate's affecting the game in so many ways. Even convincing the defense one thing so we can do another.
3rd and 10 for the Falcons. Julio Jones drops it, so the Falcons forced to punt.
Yeah, that hurts my man right there. Julio.
This is the drive of the day presented by Mercedes-Benz. The Lions have life. Stafford to who else? Golden Tate for 32.
I'm telling you, now Golden was smart, man. That's what you call courage. He knew he may have taken a hit. The guy missed him altogether, but he still held on to that ball, got the play he needed. Look at this play.
How about Riddick making the catch?
I like this kid, man. He can catch it out the backfield. Kind of looks like Reggie Bush, honestly.
One hand looked good, didn't it?
Matt Prater warming up on the sideline. 4 seconds left on the clock. Here's Prater. He misses the 43-yarder, but you can hear that whistles being blown. The Lions are called for delay of game.
They've had such a tough time with the special teams, and especially this unit on the special teams. So many mistakes, but this mistake was a blessing in disguise.
Mike Smith looking on. This time it's 5 yards further back from 48 yards out, and Prater makes amends. The Lions come back to win it 22-21 over the Falcons, who dropped to 2-6 on the year.
Lions and Dolphins have each won 3 straight. Ryan Tannehill, I don't know if he's claustrophobic or what, but he's 0-4 all-time indoors. Calvin Johnson, talked with our Nate Burleson on game day morning.
I was playing fantasy,
Right.
and you're on my roster.
Right.
Should I put you in a lineup this week?
Put me in the lineup, man. I'm healthy. I'm not ready to play.
That's good. I got him on my fantasy team, and he's listed at 6'5", and Brent Grimes is a really good player, but he's like mini Mooch's size. He's like 5'10", whatever. And so, who's going to win that battle? Megatron. His first touchdown since opening night against the Giants. 49 yards in the score. Although Grimes was really good against him all day.
What do you say as a coach to Brent Grimes? Well, next time, jump higher.
Bro. Just keep watering it. He'll get up there. Second quarter's 10-zip. 3rd down. And watch Ryan Tannehill picked up by James Ehedebo. However, Tannehill does not quit. Remember, he's an athlete. He's a former college receiver at A&M.
Marshall, how many quarterbacks in the NFL do this? Would run this guy down like that? Maybe
None,
2?
None, but when your coach, like 4 games ago, your coach said that your job was up for grabs.
Yeah.
You become one of those quarterbacks. Go down there.
Ehedebo actually called for a face mask. That pushed it back. And then next play, watch Grimes. That's like an offensive rebound, one-handed style.
Hey,
that's a major upset.
That's a little guy getting up.
Look at that.
I mean, Calvin's thinking, oh, I got 2.
You're looking 42, 43, 44.
Man. 5 picks this year. Bad news for the Dolphins. They lost their Pro Bowl tackle, Brandon Albert, for what Ariana Rappaport is reporting for the year with a knee injury. That could be devastating for them. All right, third quarter, 10-6. Jim Caldwell, 4th and 6. They're not kicking a field goal, not with that unit. So Matthew Stafford tipped and caught by Megatron.
Look at the concentration. I mean,
Just
you
staying
know,
with it. Yeah.
You know you're going to get hit. Man.
Now we got to kick it. 4th and 6. Matt Prater swatted away by Earl Mitchell and Deion Jordan, who can run a little bit. But he ain't gone. Because Evan's going to drag him down inside the 5. But Joe Philbin, as Rich Eisen says, looks like Robert Duvall, is pleased. But watch this play design. I like this little swing pass out to Mike Wallace, and he's in.
Ain't nobody catching Mike Wallace.
And there's much rejoicing.
Nobody catching Mike Wallace.
All right, we'll pick it up in the fourth quarter. Tied at 13, 3rd and goal for Tannehill and the Fish. Huge play. He's got Charles Clay.
Big play to Clay. Got him down here, and he drops the ball.
Well,
actually,
James
it's a pretty good play.
Yeah, James Ahedibo with a heads-up play.
It's a good defensive play.
Strips it out, and so they had to settle for a field goal and a 16-13 lead. So just over 2 minutes to go. Matthew Stafford, 1st and 10, hits Johnson, who had 7 grabs and a $133 to go along with the touchdown.
The angles in which he can throw the ball, it just amazes me.
Wait till we get to the end of the game.
And then what about Golden Tate, who had 100 yards, 6 in the last 7 games?
He fits this team perfectly.
Perfect bounce, Calvin Johnson.
Man.
Didn't think he had a big game because you're thinking, oh, okay, Stafford's staring down Calvin Johnson. He had 11 catches.
And then under 40 ticks to go Stafford. Here's the sidearm delivery to Theo
Let me see
Riddick.
this view. Watch this view. Come on, give us the other view. Oh, they're not going to show it to us.
Oh, no, we will.
Theo,
We'll give it to
good
you.
job, man.
Here it is.
Watch it. Watch this. You couldn't have thrown it any other way and completed it. Wow. Overhand wouldn't have got it.
Lions 7-2 after they've won 4 in a row. I see you, Theo. I see you. Taking on the team with the best record in the NFL, the Arizona Cardinals. Bruce Arians this week. Of course we can win a Super Bowl with our backup, Drew Stanton. No doubt in my mind, the former Lions second-round pick getting the start against his old team. And on that first possession, just throwing it up for Michael Floyd. Big fella, go get it.
Just one-on-one coverage. He's got the size advantage. Go up and get it.
He was open 5 seconds before he threw the ball. He should have got that out of his hand much quicker, but great results anyway.
Next Arizona possession.
Do it again.
Stanton, Floyd, not as long, just as productive. First time in his career, he's had a multi-touchdown game for Michael Floyd.
And he's throwing against one of the best defense in the NFL currently.
On to the second quarter, Matthew Stafford looking for Megatron, but he's covered by 21 reasons.
21 reasons. And the president of 21 reasons. Megatron actually dropped this ball, but you know what? You cannot cover a guy this long. He's looking for safety help. That's the only way he's bailing out that crazy, because this is one of the smartest defenders in the game. Megatron just clearly dropped that pass.
All right, so are the Cardinals going to pile on? Up 14-3. Stanton looking for Jerron Brown, but it's picked off by Cassius Vaughn, and we saw a few mistakes by Stanton on this day, LT.
Yeah, he just stared down his receiver right there. He telegraphed it a little bit, and the defensive back did a great job of making a play there.
But Lions couldn't punch it in the end zone, had to settle for a field goal. Still down 14-6. Stafford again. Calvin Johnson. That one is picked off by Rashad Johnson. So wrong Johnson. It's Rashad instead of Calvin.
That's a fair catch he threw right there.
On to the fourth. Cards punting, looking to pin him deep. Now watch this. Justin Bethel, Pro Bowl special teams guy, tries to save it, throws it back in. Moocha, isn't this a free return by Jeremy Ross?
As far as I'm concerned, this is a rule of first touch. He can pick this up and advance it without any risk at all because there wasn't any whistle. But they ruled it differently. I still don't have the exact ruling on this.
Even if he fumbles that, he's still covered.
Correct, but Bruce Arians challenges it, and they said that Bethel had possession long enough to blow it dead there inside the one, which... Now, Mike Pereira, who was helping out with the Fox broadcast, didn't quite get it. But here, Joik Bell gets it. Whoa!
Joik!
That was like a joystick move right there with the leap over the defender.
That was nice, but you don't want to make a habit of hopping over people in the National Football.
7 plays later, it's 4th and 2 from midfield. Matthew Stafford.
Great anticipation by Powers. Great anticipation by the corner on that route.
All right, so can the Cards salt this one away? Up 8, Stanton. Looking for John Brown, but it's incomplete.
You got 2 good defenses here, boy.
So Arians decided to punt instead of try a field goal to go up 2 scores. But here, Stafford having all sorts of trouble. Incomplete, looking for Theo Riddick, the guy who caught the game winner last week. And Stafford all bumming because the snap was nasty from Dominic Raiola. So the Lions would be forced to punt. Would the Cards give it back to him on 3rd and 11? Stanton to Larry Fitzgerald. Does he get the first down?
The play of the game right at the sticks. We're going to need a measurement.
You never see Larry Fitzgerald get that excited, so you know what this team means.
He should be excited because the Cardinals are 9-1 for the first time since 1948. Well, the Lions taking on the Patriots. And how about the shoes, Prime?
When you got, first of all, I love Trump Crap. He's a great man, a great person, great for our game. And he wears some Air Force One.
And he was wearing some Air Force One.
I mean, he has love in the hood.
Matthew Stafford, not in sync all day, completed 18 passes, only 4 of them to Calvin Johnson. That knocked him away by Revis Island.
Revis is back.
And then next play, 3rd and goal, Stafford to Joseph Fourier, who missed 6 games because he tripped over his dog. He tripped over his dog. Woo. Could have used a little help there.
That's what he said, man. That was I bet he must have tripped over that Mad Dog 2020. That's what he tripped over. Not no roof dog. He tripped over Mad Dog 2020.
It's good kickoff, Danny Amendola.
Great blocking. You got to make someone miss. And you got to outrun someone. Great blocking, by the way.
What's the matter with you?
I ain't gonna have
He's
that.
telling a true story.
He's an athlete. He's a professional athlete.
All right, so the Patriots get near the goal line. Do you give it to the guy who ran for 204 touchdowns?
They go for the stuff they want to
Jonas
go for.
Gray, he missed the meeting this week. He didn't get a snap, but LeGarrette Blount did.
Yeah, if he had tripped over his dog, what you see?
78
that wasn't no dog he tripped over.
For the guy who was cut by the Steelers this past week.
Nobody still want to hit that.
Next Patriots possession, Brady.
Look at the vision.
Not to Gronk, but Tim Wright, who had both of Brady's touchdown passes on this day. They are 43-3 in their last 46 home games.
How many yards did Jonas Gray get today?
He got as many as I did.
Boy, that's what I tell you. Boy, don't you mess with the Godfather, Bill Belichick. He says, I raise them up, and I will sit them down.
The final score, I'll give you that right off the bat, and then let's see how we got there. Reggie Bush, not active today.
Is he still playing?
He was not today
sure.
for the 3rd straight game, in fact, with that ankle injury. Cutler playing in his first Thanksgiving Day game.
Got the Movember thing working.
Bears stole a page out of the Patriots playbook at the start of this game. A lot of quick passes to neutralize that Lions rush.
Well, I mean, and that's exactly what you want to do. You want to come out. I think they threw the first 6 passes, first plays of the game. They threw the ball 6 times, which led them down the field. Alshon Jeffrey, who, by the way, I activated it this week. So I'm feeling really good about that. It was a questionable thing, but yes.
Six plays on that drive, every single one of them a pass, 5 completed. Lions haven't scored a touchdown in 2 straight games heading into this one. They kick a field goal on their 2nd drive, and then they turned it over on their 3rd.
How about the trinity here? You get the sack, the strip sack, and the caused fumble. The old man, Jared Allen, still got a little something left in the tank, and everybody thought there was something wrong, but he had pneumonia at the beginning of the year, and now you're seeing this is the reason why, this guy still can play this game at a very high level.
Pretty good start for Mr. Jared Allen in this one. Bears make the most of the turnover, convert it 2 plays later.
Yeah, Alshon Jeffrey again. And the key here for Chicago is they get to a 14-point lead. You think you want to keep kind of pouring it on. He throws to a guy who high points the ball as good as anybody in the National Football League.
Bears took a 14-3 lead on that play, and that is when the Lions turned it on.
And watch these throws from Matt Stafford. You heard me talking earlier about him adjusting his launch point. That was his brother, Corey Fuller, Fuller and his brother.
Kyle Fuller,
Kyle,
trying to get it out of his hands.
Hey, bro, little bro, it's all good.
And here, 3 plays later, we've got Calvin in the slot with Demontre Hurst on him. You think he's getting the ball?
I think he is getting the ball, and you're going to see a whole lot more of this before the game is over.
And that, by the way, catch was over Kyle Fuller, who we just saw.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily like the game plan there as far as putting an undersized Kyle Fuller on Megatron. I think that, the numbers are there. Matt Stafford excited about what's going on.
Bears punted on their next drive, so the Lions get the ball back, and they find the end zone once again.
And for the Lions to continue to be a force here, especially when you start talking about the weather, they're going to have to run the ball more just like they did today.
That was really the 2nd touchdown that Joyke Bell had on that drive. The first one was called back because of a holding call. All right, so here we've got Stafford to Calvin Johnson for 9 yards. Then it's Stafford to Theo Riddick for a 19-yard gain.
Offensive line settling in. They struggled early on. Matt Stafford, and watch, he plants that foot, ball is coming out.
That's Golden Tate on the receiving end of that one for 24 yards. Now we're in the red zone. First and goal, and the Bears 28 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, see, that's not even fair. I mean, and you understand you got to get pressure. They blitzed on that particular play. But think about it. He catches the ball, he's not even touched. That's Megatron we're talking about.
That was his second touchdown of the day, his 8th on Thanksgiving. That's the most receiving touchdowns on the holiday ever. And that was the 3rd straight drive on which the Lions scored a touchdown.
Boy, see, that's the thing. You look at Stafford, when he's on, he's dropping back, he's firing that ball. Boy, it's special to watch.
So this is the 3rd quarter, obviously, now, and this is a Golden Tate 22-yard pickup. Stafford spreading the ball around.
The golden boy of the season this year has been Golden Tate. I'm telling you, the most important player, he's the guy that has kept this team in it.
Joseph Fourier almost scored a touchdown on this drive. Got it down there, right to the
so we missed the dance is what you're saying?
Out.
So no dance, huh?
You could have argued that he did get it in, but it wasn't challenged. It didn't matter because Joique Belly ultimately got it in anyway. Lions up 31-17. Jay Cutler, not a great second half for him.
Well, the thing is, when you get a lead, then all of a sudden that allows Detroit to impose its will with pressure. And you see, guys, there you go, another sack right there.
Jason Jones?
Yeah, it's all about, if you let these guys grip and rip, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here, Cutler looking for Brandon Marshall. Tipped by Darius Slay, intercepted by Glover Quinn.
And again, that's one of those back foot throws, kind of just chucking it up there as opposed to stepping into the throw. And there was no reason for him to throw off of his back foot. Those are the undisciplined kinds of plays that are causing, I believe, Jay Cutler to struggle the way he has struggled at times.
And there is your final, 34-17. And so the Lions improve to 8-4. The Bears fall to 5-7. As we just mentioned, they are effectively removed from the playoff race, though not mathematically just yet.
Come on now. Tampa Bay and Detroit. Lions 0-9 in December games since 2012. Is that possible?
Boy, he's waking up. They have woken up talking about that lion. They have woken up the sleeping lion.
And there's the biggest lion, Megatron.
They saw one-on-one on the outsides, and they checked to that. I don't blame them.
8 for 158 and a score. And Josh McCown, kudos to him. He took the heat all day and is still standing. Here he completes it to Vincent Jackson, but watching Ndamukong Suh come in, nail him, he would get flagged. I'm telling you, Suh ought to start bringing his checkbook to work.
Man, but it's not anything wrong with what he did. He just
he went up to the face, Mike.
You know what, though?
Oh, yeah, okay, I see slipped up.
Suh said afterward, I have new respect for Josh McCown. He took some serious hits and still got up.
He tried to get a contract for next year. He tried to be nice.
4th quarter, McCown and Mike.
Contract year.
Mike Evans.
Man, this dude here is playing, man.
Mike Evans is nice, man.
Man, and I thought he was one of the top players in the draft, and he's showing that he is just that.
2 more touchdowns on Sunday, 8 since the beginning of November to lead the NFL. And then, you know what? Lions were good. They were also lucky. Watch it. Boing, 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 boing.
That's when
Joique Bells.
You know what? When you winning, stuff like that happens. When you lose and somebody picked it up and run the other way.
Lions still very much in the playoff hunt. Still sniffing the division title, perhaps, even. They win it 34-17. All right, Lions, Vikings.
Here we go right here. Here we go right here.
Detroit can take over the NFC North lead with a win. Teddy Bridgewater with his team up 14-zip, picked off by Glover Quinn.
Glover Quinn. Good year, man. These two safeties been balling, by the way.
Yeah, they said that this week. Best safety combination around.
I ain't going that far with it, but they've been balling.
That's what they said, not me. Matthew Stafford then, swing past the Golden Tate. Good blocking there by Ebron and Ross.
Golden Tate's playing some football, man.
Plays so big.
Hey, the Lions offense had just 233 total yards. That means their defense is doing it.
Yeah, their offense in trouble.
On to the 4th, Vikings up 1.
Teddy, he got wheels.
For 16 and a first down, and that's big because you're thinking with Blair Walsh, they should be able to add on points, right? I mean, he has missed 1 field goal today, but make it 2 as it's swatted away by Jason Jones.
That should be a miss. That should be a block. That's right.
Right, I know.
Right, that's a block.
Here comes Detroit. Stafford to Calvin Johnson, 4 grabs, 53 yards.
Man, he eats up so much ground.
And then Matt Prater. Things get a little rickety when the Lions trot out their field goal kicker, but that's good from 33. And Detroit has a 2-point lead. But here come the Vikings. Teddy Bridgewater with over 2 minutes to go.
Get him, Teddy. Get him, Teddy.
Patterson, it's incomplete. They wanted a flag. They didn't get one. Teddy. Next Vikings possession. Bridgewater looking for Jarius Wright.
You got to make that play right there.
That's one we got to get, fellas.
Had a shot right here to win this
All right,
game.
5 seconds left. Bridgewater to Kyle Rudolph. Get the reindeer off your back, my man, and get out of bounds. So they're going to send out Walsh from 68 yards to win it.
Yeah.
And he's about a club shy.
Yeah.
All right, Detroit taking on not Jay Cutler, but Jimmy Clausen. Now, Jim Caldwell and the crew actually clinched a playoff berth on Saturday when Philly lost. But still, very important game. But a ton of miscues for the Lions. Matthew Stafford, interceptionless, if that's a word, in his last 3. But here he gets picked by Brock Vereen as he was trying for Corey Fuller.
That wasn't my Corey Fuller.
MC!
No, but there's Corey and his brother, Kyle. Well, you know what?
That is so nice, man.
Is
to
nice
see
this
two
time of
brothers
year.
out there playing. I mean, that is nice.
And then Jeremy Ross on the botched punt. The Bears' Sherrick McManus says there's a new Sherrick in town, and I'm going to recover it.
So you're just going to change your mind at the last minute in the NFL football
That's
game.
not how you're supposed to do it? Okay, my bad. Next play with under a minute to go in the first half. Here's Jimmy. Jimmy likes touchdown passes to Matt Forte. We're tied at 7 at the break, and let's do a Jay Cutler body language
So the
watch.
Chicago fans are saying, so is that easy?
Yeah. Oh, Jay. Third quarter, still tied at 7.
They say my check is clearing.
How about Dominic Raiola? Watch him, the center, he's feisty. And on Ego Ferguson, steps on his ankle. Even Ndamukong Suh says that's screwed up.
He gonna get fined for that one.
Next Bears possession, Pat O'Donnell's got to punt it away, and Julian Stanford. Rupp! So that's going to be an automatic first down. I mean, the Lions, what are you doing here? Mark Trestman finally showing some emotion. Whee! 3 plays later, it's Clausen. This is a pretty good ball to Alshon Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm. And it's freezing out there.
Clausen, 23 of 39, $181 in those 2 scores. Jay, your body language, please? Yeah, about the same. Yep. Fourth quarter, Lions down 4. Stafford looking for Corey Fuller, but it's Mr. Jennings with the 46-yard PI.
Got to look back for the ball.
That is a huge penalty. Because on the next play, watch the joik stick move. Joik Bell. Whoop! Oh, the cutback. That is pretty.
It's a big fella too, man.
17 yards on the score. Just get off me.
See, if he can give them that, they're going to be all right.
Hey, your ear hole of the day contest winner is Jimmy Clausen, courtesy of Ziggy Ansah. Oh!
See, the guy was leading down. Well, you don't get mad. You have him on the full gear. He was going down.
Oh, come on.
He got caught going down the slide.
Well, the thing I like, Clausen showed more emotion in 8 seconds than Jay Cutler has in about 5 years.
But he ain't like they weren't supposed to hit it.
Well, okay, that's true.
You got him on equipment, man.
But later on, 4th down, and Clausen picked off by Glover Quinn.
4th down, Clausen, that's not a bad play. That's just like a punt.
Yeah, but with under 2 minutes to go, that's not going to
Yeah,
help
it's
us.
just like a punt.
Yeah.
You
Well,
didn't think they were
good
gonna
try,
win.
Jimmy. Good try. Lions trying to win at Lambeau for the first time since Matthew Stafford was 3. That was 1991.
By the way, Max Smith, a good man.
Winner of this
Good
one
coach.
takes the NFC North. Second quarter, Aaron Rodgers coming in with that bad calf. Hop along, getting it away to Randall Cobb for the touchdown. That's the good news. The bad news is Rodgers is done for the half. You can see him grimacing. Just no explosion whatsoever.
Man, this right here, man.
They got something in that locker room for that.
This was for real right here, man. Watching this whole performance.
So he was done for the half, not the way he wanted to RELAX. Third quarter, Matt Flynn in for Rodgers, who's doing those. I hate doing those in the gym. Thing strains my calf.
Wait for that thing to kick in.
Matthew Stafford to Megatron. Look at the adjustment, Mike.
Don't get caught up in a trajectory.
Yeah, and that was a great throw by Matthew Stafford. That's great touch on it, right back to the corner of that end zone. A timing.
Jermaine Williams on the edge throwing the ball to him.
He and Dez Bryant may be the best in the league.
But here comes Rodgers
as receivers.
tugging on Chris Kringle's beard over there, and he's back into it like Willie Reed out of the locker room.
Man, it's just incredible, man.
All these are dimes.
Hey, his calf might be hurting, but you know what? That right arm looks pretty good. That was a gain of 29 to
Watch
Cobb.
these passes.
And
the receiver will not dime.
And we're going to talk about this.
So you just have to hold your hands up. Just hold your hands up.
I think it'll stick to their jersey like Velcro.
And that's so amazing what he did right here in this game that we're going to talk about today.
On to the fourth.
It's amazing what I see.
Stafford to Joik Bell and coughs it up. It was really never a clean exchange on this one.
Hey, too late in the season to be having a cough. I know it's cold in Lambeau.
Everybody ain't built for that moment. Jordan, come on, baby. Not right now.
Matthew Stafford falls to 0-16 all-time on the road against winning teams. And then how about this? Rodgers taking it in himself.
As well. Doing everything else for the team.
Right.
He was 11 of 13, $129 in the second half. Also had that rushing touchdown.
That right calf, man. That was, yeah.
All right, well, here come the Lions.
I believe in A-Rod.
Fourth down, down 14, Stafford.
Who is that?
Has it tipped, and it's incomplete.
Who's Stafford?
The one that went number 9.
Only 20 of 41 on the day. Now, here's something interesting. 3rd and 5, Rodgers to Jordy Nelson to move to sticks. But watch Rodgers. He's down on the turf, and he is ticked off. Why? Because he got sued, if you know what I mean.
So you don't know you stepping on this man.
Why?
So you just don't know that you stepping on this $100 million man.
Okay, Packers win the North. They win the battle. They're moving on, thanks to their decaffeinated captain.
Please don't grab me. I know you're strong as an ox.
Far from it. The Detroit Lions, the Dallas Cowboys, Romo with his son before the game, and Dominic Sue playing in this game. First quarter, Marshall, you said look out for the number 2 receivers, and look who presented himself right from the get-go, Golden Tate.
That is what was going to have to happen in this game in order to move the ball down the field because, listen, if I'm a defensive coordinator in this game, Dez Bryant and Calvin Johnson are not beating me by themselves. I need some other guys to step up. And I felt like Golden Tate, just after what he showed us last year, in the Super Bowl run with Seattle, he had it in him.
He reversed his uniform number 15, with a 51-yard touchdown catch and run. Meanwhile, DeMarco Murray running the ball, and it seemed like he hurt his hand early on in the game. He came out after this 3-yard gain. The Cowboys had only 7 carries for 30 yards in the first half, unbalanced. And then when they finally did get Detroit to punt, this was called running into the kicker. The 5-yard penalty did indeed give Jim Caldwell a fresh set of downs. It was Dakota Watson who was the one who goes underneath Sam Martin.
As bad a start as the Dallas Cowboys could possibly have, they had this day.
And with the fresh set of downs, with the new life deep in his own end, Matt Stafford picking it up.
Heck of a run right
down
here.
on third
I'm talking
and 8.
about you drop your shoulder, shed the DB, and then get the necessary yards to extend the drive.
4 plays later, right around midfield, a lot of dipsy-do, and then Joik Bell on the interesting screen pass right there, and it worked for 18 yards. And 4 plays later, the Lions are on the Cowboys' 18. And it's time for Reggie Bush.
Oh, man, this is
what you
Reggie.
And Golden Tate with the golden block.
Yeah, he still had that.
2 great blocks by the receivers on that play to get Reggie Bush into the
14 plays, 99 yards. First 99-yard drive of the postseason, the 2001 wild card contest.
Did you see that hit by Golden Tate?
I did. We even spot shotted it, Irv. Now, we're going to show some pass protection for the Dallas Cowboys. Okay.
The same monster came at him again.
Ball out. Darryl taps Romo.
Smart job
Cole
by
Beasley
Detroit.
gets on it.
Detroit knew there was some time, a couple games in there, a stretch that the Dallas Cowboys did not handle the blitz well, and they went back to that, and they crippled it out.
They got to him without blitzing it.
Look out.
Both ways.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Here
both
comes
ways.
Whitehead right up the middle.
Both ways.
To hear Whitehead, Romo goes down, sacked 3 times in the first half. Cowboys next drive, 3rd and 12 from their own 24, $1:50 left in the half. And this was a big play. Romo over the middle to Terrence Williams, and he is gone out the gate.
It was a good route.
There's the other number 2 wide receiver.
Great route. Cornerback fell, and everyone else in the secondary thought this guy was going to get him. He thought this was the guy going to get him, and no one got him.
Well, the guy
great
in
route.
question, Cassius Vaughn and James Ihedibo.
And he needed that play right
He
there.
tripped.
Everybody did.
Now, that guy thought he was going to get in this guy. Everybody gave him
but he needed it personally for his confidence to stay in this game and to stay a part of something. He had an opportunity to go up and get the ball that he didn't get before. It would have been a tough grab of the ball. It went through his hand.
Now, Stafford's lucky to get this one back. Hit Bruce Carter right in the hands, and Carter couldn't come in with it. Matt Prater kicked a field goal, so the Lions go up 10, 17-7, and then first play of the second half, the Lions get the ball to start it, and then the Cowboys get the ball right after it. Tip drill. Jeremy Mincy pops it in the air. Kyle Wilbur brings it down. Jason Garrett is loving. Tony Romo gets out there, and 3 plays later,
that was the beginning of the end.
Is sacked by Ziggy Ansah.
Old momentum has swung, but boy, the Detroit Lions defensive line captured it back.
And Dan Bailey, you see that? They put the Ziggy on him, put the stat of best field goal kicker in accuracy in history, and then wide rights.
Wow, man.
Noonan.
A lot of opportunities left on the football field by the Dallas Cowboys.
For the Cowboys, and the Lions added 3 more on when they got the ball back. So it's 20-7, 3rd and 10. Des Bryant with just 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, making a play with some run after catch, 43 yards, sets the Cowboys up 1st and goal from the 10. But 4 plays later, Jason Garrett's nervously chewing gum because they go for it on 4th and goal.
Covering Des Bryant.
And here comes DeMarco.
Exactly.
A lot of people, I'm sorry, Rich, a lot of people ask, why was a linebacker covering Des Bryant on that
Of all
crossing route?
people.
Well, it eventually led to DeMarco Murray on a big 4th down attempt, cashing it in, making it a 6-point game. 14 minutes to go in regulation. Romo in the red zone, and Romo further away from the red zone.
Throw it.
There comes Ndamukong Suh ripping him down with one arm.
Drop kick it.
Loss of 5. Next play, 3rd and 15. Romo.
Mama, there goes that man.
In the pocket. Now he's running around in the pocket. Here comes Suh again.
Keep your feet to yourself.
Dan Bailey comes in for a 51-yard field goal, and he boots it through. They had to settle for it, but they got it. It's a 3-point game, 10 minutes to go. Matt Stafford, Calvin Johnson on a big 3rd and 8 conversion. Moved the chains 19 yards. 3 plays later, 3rd and 1 for the Cowboys, 46. This is the play we were talking about. Stafford to Pettigrew. Looks like he's face guarded by the Dallas Cowboys. Flag on the play.
Game changer.
Anthony Hitchens looks like he face guarded him. Des Bryant comes out without his helmet to argue. No flag on that. And then the flag that was thrown on this was picked up.
You never touched the guy, huh?
What is up with that?
Not only touched it, he grabbed it.
No, robbing the Cowboys with that play.
What is up with that? That's the only question you could ask. They have to punt. And Sam Martin Shankopotamus. 10 yards.
Check his locker.
What's up with that? 41. The Cowboys get it on their own 41.
All the times in a row you shank.
And they go for it on 4th and 6, 4 plays later, and pick it up. Romo to his BFF.
Let me tell you something. That was a great
Jason
route.
Witten to make the play. He shows up.
Great route. Watch him drop him off. Oh!
Drop him off down.
Telling you right now.
Dropped him off at the bus stop.
James Ehedebo, the one who's dropped at the bus stop. 5 plays later, Romo, 3rd and 7. Lance Dunbar, why is he on the ground? There's now a flag on the ground. It's because DeAndre Levy
just used to never get called because it's in between the tackle box.
Yeah, right.
He could say he assumed you had the ball, you were getting you could tap, you could be tackled.
That's what New England did to you, right?
Exactly.
That's what they did to you in the Super Bowl.
You were allowed to do that inside the tackle box.
Romo buys time and finds Terrence Williams. First Cowboy 2 more touchdown reception in a playoff game since Michael Irvin did it in Green Bay.
Great patience in the pocket. No pass rush. The line is tired. Great play.
Wait, I didn't hear that, Rich. Go back and say that again.
I'll say it when I'm done with the highlights.
Rich, you got to get back to that, Rich.
Down.
You have to get back to that,
24-20. 2 minutes and change to go in the game. Stafford hit by Anthony Spencer. Ball's loose. DeMarcus Lawrence picks it up and ball's loose again.
Oh, man, you had.
And Riley Reef recovers it.
Welcome to the new Leon left.
Exchange of footballs left and right, up and down with 2 minutes to go, and the Lions get the ball back. What do they do with it?
For young Lawrence
9 plays later, a minute to go, have to go for it on 4th and 3, and Lawrence, the one who fumbled it after seemingly sealing the deal, does see the deal with a sack strip and fumble recovery. We have the owner of the Dallas Cowboys and the governor of New Jersey
doing the nay-nay.
are doing the nay-nay.